Hello everyone, my name is Rebecca. Welcome back to my channel. Today I finally have another Wreck This Journal episode that I'm putting out. I'm doing technically 4 pages within the book, and I'm really excited to finally be getting back into this series, so let's get started. The first page I'm doing today is actually going to end up being 2 pages in one, and that is Space for Negative Comments, What is Your Inner Critic Saying? And I'm going to just rip that page right out of the book and throw it away. No, I'm kidding. I'm going to rip it out so that I can cut out the prompts and glue them onto the page next to the page of good thoughts, because I have a plan to sort of rethink negative thoughts and put them into a little bit more of a positive light and try to sort of refocus negative ideas into more positive things. I know I've been struggling a lot lately, and I think, with the pandemic and everything going on in the world, a lot of people are kind of in the same boat as far as mental health and their struggles. So I want to combat those negative thoughts, those inner critic things that are happening in my brain with some more positive things. And I'm just gluing in the prompts on that side, and I'm going to just literally start writing in the book just with a good old-fashioned pen. I'm not doing anything super fancy with this spread. I'm just keeping it very raw and honest, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to share everything, but I did want to choose some examples that I think a lot of people could potentially relate to. So not all of these might necessarily be things that I myself have been feeling, but they might be relatable to somebody else. So I did want to kind of make a list. I got some inspo from Pinterest. An example is one of the things I wrote down was, why can't I be like other people? And for the page of good thoughts, I put, you are not those people, and you are unique and wonderful. And for one thing, I also put, I feel like everything is a mess. And for the alternative to that, I have, you are human, take it one step at a time. And then at the bottom, really big, I wrote, I can't do this. And I made an arrow that says, reframe your mindset, just in black and white. And then on the page of good thoughts, I have, I can do hard things, to be a nice reminder that it is possible to rethink these thoughts and to push for things to be better, even if you're struggling. I know that I can get really caught up in negative thought spirals, and it really doesn't help me get anywhere. It just makes me feel worse. And by rethinking the way I think, I could at least feel better in the moment to be able to reflect on the situation better and move forward in a more positive way. And this is how the page ended up looking in the end. I am pretty happy with it. I think it's a really good reminder of all those things that I was just talking about and having a bit more of a positive mindset. Next, we're moving on to a page that is much more lighthearted, and that is a place for your grocery lists. And I did not just stick grocery lists in here, although I did think about saving my grocery list, but I didn't think I could make that look very artistic, so I opted for a collage instead. I took pretty much the entire sales thing from the newspaper one week and cut out just about every produce and grocery item I could find. So this is not even really a reflection of my grocery lists, but it is potentially someone's grocery list. So yeah, I'm just cutting out a whole bunch of little grocery items and then I'm just going to glue them all in kind of randomly, but trying to make sure I fill in the space and I overlap them as much as possible, but enough so that you can still see most of the things in the back. I really just had fun with this one. I didn't think about it too much. I just cut out everything and organized it on the page. It did take a really, really long time to cut out everything and to glue everything down, but I think it turned out pretty good in the end considering the prompt. So I'm going to play some music while you watch me glue everything down, and then we'll come back at the end to see how it looked.
You should have seen the way that you bloom. I think I saw your face in the moon. I promise I'll be with you as soon as I find a way up, yeah. 'Cause you're farther than a kiss on the phone. There's things about you I'll never know. I hope that one day we'll be in love when you're not far away. You really make me wanna fly, cross my heart and hope to die. Lonely, you're the reason why I can feel those butterflies when I go to sleep at night.
And this is how it turned out. It's interesting. I'm not sure it's what I was expecting, but I don't know what I was expecting, to be honest. So moving on to the final page, and this is one I had actually already started. This was the test page. So I'm going back to my first bullet journal, actually, where I had put a test page in that, and I'm going to rip out that page from my bullet journal, and I'm going to cut out the different like marker, pen, highlighter tests. I think I even did a whiteout test in there, and I'm going to just glue that semi-artistically on the page, once again creating a collage. And then I'm also going to add a few additional things to sort of fill up the space because I felt like it looked really empty with only those things glued down.
Why I can feel those butterflies when I go to sleep at night.
So here I am taking some fine liners that I hadn't previously tested and putting those in here. I'm also doing a few little doodles to fill up space, like stars and whatnot. I also had some really fun gel pens that are glitter gel pens, so I did some little tests with those and some doodles as well, mostly just to fill up the space. And once that was all done, I took a Sharpie, and because I had covered up the prompt completely, I did want to write on the other page where I had done some previous watercolor testing, and I wanted to write in this as a test page, just in case I do forget what this page was all about. This is how that turned out. Let me know what you think of the pages I completed today, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.
I finally know the reason why, yeah. I'm never really satisfied, yeah. Waking up a paradise, yeah. Without you by my side. Imagine I walk through your doorway. Imagine skipping all the foreplay. Imagine all the stars in one place. 'Cause really make me wanna